Hi, I'm VJ Trolio, co-inventor of the putting arc and teaching professional here at beautiful Old Waverly Golf Club. Back in '02, we realized a lot of people thought putting was a mystery. So what we did is we created a line of products. The first was the Putting Arc Deluxe. The second was the T3 that fit in the side of a hoofer bag. And the third was the MS3 that you could be more convenient and take around. What I'm here today is I'm here to show you how to use the new Putting Arc HD. It is the greatest putting training aid ever invented, ever created. And it's going to help you balance out your stroke so that you'll make more putts than you ever have in your life. So with the first putting arc, what we had a heel that sat, and you could move the putter head back and through. And as you did so, you could verify with these top lines that the face of the club was staying square to the arc. With the new HD, we have the same component with an added one. Now we can take the toe, rest the toe on the arc, move the putter head back and through, and keep the alignment of the face to the arc. Now, if you're trying to build a repetitive putting stroke, and I teach golf all day long, every day, you don't need a lot of thoughts when you're over a putt. So what you have to do is you have to start using the putting arc at home. Now, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 2 minutes, it could be 10 reps, it could be 30 reps, it doesn't matter. But what we got to do is we got to get acclimated to using the arc. So, first two drills. Very simply, put the heel against the arc, move the putter head back and forth. After a little time, now take the toe of the putter and move it against the arc. What you'll feel is a different kinesthetic feel when you're using the heel versus the toe. Now the second drill is to keep the heel and the toe equidistant. Very, very important. What we see day in and day out is people misusing and pulling on the putting arc or pushing on the putting arc. So what this device does is it counterbalances those two to make sure that you're not pulling or pushing. But here, drill 2, keep the putter head equidistant. So here I'll set up to it. I'll have the putter some inch away, ½ inch, inch and a half, doesn't matter. Now I'll move the putter head nice and slow. And what I'm doing is I'm keeping the heel equidistant from the arc. So now I'm training my central nervous system to move this putter head in the most effective and efficient way possible. Here, I'm going to do the same with the toe. So now the toe is an inch, inch and a half away from the arc. Now I'm going to move the toe back and forth equidistant. So we starting easy, just using the putting arc to balance out the stroke, heel and toe, and then we're getting a bit more difficult, keeping the heel equidistant, keeping the toe equidistant. Drill number 3 is really pretty simple. All you're going to do is make sure the face of the putter matches the top lines of the arc. And this way you'll be assured that your putter face is square to the plane it's moving in. Here we are. Check, 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 check. Here we are, toe. Check, 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 check. Now what we've done is we've created a really simple, small, random practice session. Random practice, in other words, doing multiple things, your body's going to learn quicker. So here we go. Heel. Toe. You see how random this is. Equidistant, heel. Equidistant, toe. And finally, let's check and monitor the face. Square, 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 square. That's how you use the putting arc at home. Now the 7th drill is the one we're most proud of, because what we were doing is we're not trying to create a new product. We know our product's correct. We're not trying to outdate a product. But what we were trying to do is give people the chance to use the putting arc in multiple ways. That way improve their stroke. So the 7th drill is absolutely one of our favorite because it creates somewhat of a bridge for you to use the putter in. This will be the 7th drill you do at home. This way you can take your old MS3 or your old T3 or your old Deluxe, and now you can put the HD on the other side, and you have a nice little way to guide the stroke. So here I'm just keeping the putter head equidistant on both sides. I'm getting a lot of visual feedback. I can monitor the face, make sure the face is staying square to the arc. I can balance out the stroke, get rid of any little movements that I don't like, and I'm back in. So in this way, we've created a device that goes along with your old putting arc, your old MS3, your old Deluxe. Great drill, the 7th drill. Do those 7 at home before we get on the green. All right, we're on the green now. It's time to start using your putting arc HD. First thing you need to do, find a straight putt, or relatively straight. We advise straight, but something that's relatively straight. From there, it gets really simple. What we're going to do is we're going to take, you don't have to bring your ruler, but I did this morning. What we have to do here is find a spot 2 inches outside the cup, put us a tee in the ground. This is obviously when you use the heel of the putting arc. When you use the toe of the putting arc, you'll find a spot 2 inches outside the hole and put a tee in the ground. Now, we know a golf ball is 1.68, so you can also use a golf ball and give yourself a little on both sides. Or you can bring the ruler. Either way. Now, from there, there's 2 notches cut into the putting arc. One on the back side, one on the front side that goes straight through the handle of this arc. So we'll start with the toe. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take those 2 notches and I'm going to line them up so that they're just outside the hole, pointing at that tee that sits there 2 inches out. From here, throw a ball down, get it off the sweet spot of the putter, like say, get set up. Now I'm ready to go. Now sometimes when you hit a first couple putts, you may not have it lined up quite right. So don't turn this into rocket science. If you need to tap it a little way, tap it a little this way, you're fine. Off the sweet spot, set up to it, let her go. Now I'm not only feeling a good stroke and using a good stroke, I'm seeing the ball go in. It's a positive. Now for the heel, all I do with the heel is flip it around this way. So now all I'm doing is taking the notches and pointing them a couple inches outside the hole on the left. I got my tees in the ground. I like those visuals of those tees. Set it up, get the ball sitting off the sweet spot of the putter. A lot of times, I've used this so many times, and I've seen it been used so many times at tour events. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll just tap a ball down, make a little depression. That way the ball is always, when we roll it back over, we can get it off the sweet spot real easy. So I'm set up, ready to make great strokes. Really simple. So the top line, the 2 notches, 2 inches outside on the right, 2 inches outside on the left, we're ready to go. Now, one of the things that I like the most is combining the new HD with an old Deluxe or an old MS3. And what it does is it builds a little path, and that path is so great because you get to see, it's very visual. You get to see what the putter face should be doing. You get to see the stroke path itself, which is not a curve, by the way. It's just a great way to practice. And in this way, what you'll do is you'll create, using the old MS3 or the old Deluxe, you'll create one side of it, and using the new HD, you'll create the other. And so again, here I'm on a relatively straight putt. And when you walk in here and see this, it's just such a simple way. Seeing the top lines of the HD, seeing the top lines of the MS3 is such an easy way for you to see what you want your putter face to be doing, because putting on an arc, and throwing a putter face back and forth, it's keeping the putter face square to the path or square to the plane. So here I've got them set up. You can make this as wide or as tight as possible. You can give your putter a 1/2 inch on one side or an inch on one side, an inch on the other. Really, really easy. And so I'm set up here. I can see just visually that I got a little off, But I get set in here, and now I have such a great visual of what I'm trying to do with my stroke. And I just love that. It's just great practice. It's going to make a big difference in your game. So this is how you use the new HD. Find you a straight putt, line up the notches, a couple inches out on each side, combine it with an old MS3, and your putting is just going to get better and better and better. We already have a great feedback of tour players and top amateurs that are using it, that just love using it in all the different directions you can use it. So if you have any questions, contact us, theputtingarc.com, and I hope you have the best putting of your life.